let's get into the drama, shall we? Hi there, and welcome back or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Amy, and I have a somewhat unhealthy obsession with Formula 1. In today's video, it's a bit of a rumour roundup from this week. A lot has gone on in terms of, just like rumours, what's been coming out of the paddock, what certain journalists are saying about some drivers, some potential retirements, teams being sold, moves. 99% aren't going to be rumours, but in this sport, 90% of the time, rumours tend to be true. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So I think a good place to start is with none other than Mr. Fernando Alonso. So, if you guys can see, a few days ago now, just after the Mexican Grand Prix, a Spanish journalist tweeted this. Here's a helpful translation, basically saying, I hope this rumour I've heard isn't true. Obviously he's Spanish, so chances are it's going to be related to Fernando or Carlos, and chances are it's going to be Fernando because Fernando. Now, many have interpreted this tweet as Fernando Alonso leaving Aston Martin. Obviously, since the start of the season, Aston Martin have been on a bit of a downhill trajectory in terms of performance. The upgrades tend to be more grades or downgrades, either or. They're not doing so well. Obviously, Lance Stroll, he's not a topic for another video. There was two sort of rumours going around. Either he's retiring or he's going to Red Bull. Obviously, that Red Bull seat is really contested at the moment because Perez, let's be real here, has not been performing up to standards. Even just this weekend at his own home race, like we said, to finish first. We didn't mean you should finish the race before anyone else. Literally crashing out in turn 1, lap 1. Not a great look, especially with Daniel Ricciardo coming in and scoring points off of injury. So yeah, if Perez doesn't pull it through in these last couple of races, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think he'll be in Red Bull next year. I have been seeing this for months, so I don't think he'll be in Red Bull. Anyway, and obviously Alonso, there's little doubt in anyone's mind that even though he is still 42, he's still got it. He can still hang with the young guns. He's incredibly fast and incredibly good in his racecraft, so there's no doubt that he is still a really, really good driver. So potentially move to Red Bull, even just for a season. I've been seeing a lot of discourse online lately about people just being bored with F1, falling out of love with it, and saying this is the thing that would bring them back into love with it. Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, championship-winning car. Ooh. I like it. I do like it. However, I do still think Daniel Ricciardo is the more likely candidate for that Red Bull seat out of the three drivers, out of Perez, Alonso, Ricciardo. Again, Aussie bias. Sue me. The other rumour is of course his retirement, which as an F1 fan you know it's coming. It is coming. He's retired once. Chances are he's going to retire again sometime in the next few years. So unless Aston Martin get that together within the next 2 seasons, they're not going to be able to challenge for a title with Fernando, which at the start of the season, him literally fighting for wins and podiums every race. Just if Aston Martin can find that form again, then we're good. Then we're good for Fernando, okay? But it isn't really looking that way. Teams like Mercedes, McLaren, even Ferrari have started to catch up again, and Aston Martin has fallen to 5th in the Constructors, and whilst this does give them extra ATR time for next season, they did have more than all their rivals at the start of this year. So, and that kind of just led them down the wrong path in development, I think. Again, they need to be using these last few races as more test sessions for next year, develop the car a bit more. Other than that, if they lose another world champion, that's again not a great look. I'm sorry, if you're losing 2 world champions in the space of like 2 years, that's not good for your team. I'm sorry. If they don't believe in your project, and we know Lawrence Stroll, he likes a big name. That's why he chose Fernando over some other like younger drivers. He chose Fernando and Vettel. Again, it makes sense sponsor wise. You want those big names in that, but there aren't really any other big names to fill that seat. Other than, of course, Verstappen, who, let's be real, he's not leaving Red Bull anytime soon. Or Hamilton, who again, let's be real, not leaving Mercedes unless he's going to retire. That's about it. Those are only two other like major like Fernando Alonso names that we have. Yeah, Aston Martin really need to pull it together. Really do. Now, what have other people said about these rumours, particularly in the Red Bull camp and in the Fernando Alonso camp? Well, this being Red Bull, Mr. Dr. Helmut Marko, he couldn't help himself. The man doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. So let's see what he said. Here we go. This is what Marko said. Just brace yourselves. Every time a word leaves this man's mouth, I'm not amused. As for the rumours about Alonso, I can well imagine that Alonso spread them himself, because his results with Aston Martin have been disappointing after a brilliant start to the season. It wouldn't be the first time he used his home media to create a mood. See, that's interesting to me. I really know Alonso did not start these rumours himself. In fact, what has Alonso had to say about this? He's not happy either. We all saw it. He said that there will be consequences for those who started the rumours about him leaving Aston Martin. He sort of said that they are all disappointed with Aston Martin's form at the moment. But those rumours are completely unfounded, which is a good thing for Aston Martin because obviously they want to keep him. But yeah, a lot going on that front. Also, there are a few rumours about Lawrence Stroll potentially selling Aston Martin, which I don't think he will do. Mainly because, his son. That's why he brought the team in the first place. I reckon maybe give it a few years, give it till Honda comes in and partners with Aston Martin, then maybe Honda takes over the team. We'll see Yuki there, and that'd be cool. And then also Aston Martin is entering work with a modified version of their Valkyrie car, so maybe Lance Stroll just, pops over there, and hey ho, he has a great career in work as quite a few F1 drivers from the past have done. So maybe, but again, that's a few years down the track sort of thing. Like, I don't think that's happening now. No way. The other name from Red Bull who has spoken out is, of course, Christian Horner, who has said, if you put two extreme alphas in a team, it'll tear the team apart. So you always want to achieve, I think, the right balance. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. And in terms of what Red Bull have said about Daniel's performance last week, Christian Horner said, you can't fail to be impressed by Daniel this weekend. I mean, his qualifying was outstanding yesterday, and he showed maturity and experience and pace in the race. I think that fighting Mercedes in an AlphaTauri for the best result of the year was a great performance. Again, it's looking good. It's looking good for your boy. Not looking so good if you're a Perez fan. I am so sorry. So yeah, again, as much as I would love to see Alonso at Red Bull, I think it would be so much fun. I just think that him and Max would have a bit of a rivalry. They would butt heads. They're both very dominant personalities in that way, like with Perez and Max. So there's a balance there. Even if Ricciardo goes to that team, there'll be more of a balance. But Fernando and Max, they just speak their mind. They don't really care. So with both of them in that team, sparks will fly. I can 100% guarantee it. Which would be, again, interesting for the entertainment value, but from the team's perspective, you can see why they would prefer a safe pair of hands like Perez, like Ricciardo. Ricciardo does take Perez's seat. Where is Perez going to go? That is my question in all of this. Like, does Perez just retire? There was rumors that he was going to retire at Mexico, which obviously, he didn't. Like, where does one go from there? Does he go back? Does he go to AlphaTauri? I don't think I could see him at AlphaTauri though. I think they would put Liam Lawson in that seat. I'm just rooting for Liam Lawson. I'm so rooting for Liam Lawson at this point. I just want to pick the seat. The other major thing, which isn't related to Red Bull, Aston Martin, or Fernando Alonso, is of course the Abu Dhabi race potentially being cancelled if the conflict that is going on in the moment isn't resolved by then. If the tensions are still this high, come like a month's time, that race could be cancelled, which means we've had 2 cancelled races this season. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, a lot going on this week ahead of the Brazilian GP. I'm going to try to get this video out before the Brazilian GP because the one I wanted to get out last week is no longer relevant because I took too long editing. Anyway, I finished university now, so there's going to be more content coming, much more content, so please let me know what you want to see if you're struggling. That brings this video to a wrap. Leave a comment down below what you think of this whole situation, who is going to end up where, is it going to stay exactly the same, we have the exact same grid next year. Let me know, and like this video if you liked it, press the red button to subscribe for more F1 and motorsport related content. And I'll see you all in the next one. Hopefully we'll have some more news by then.